Good morning and welcome to this week's edition of Stocks TV. I'm your regular host. My name is Aruna Kebira. Activities at the floor of the Nigeria Stock Exchange last week. We know it was the beginning of the month and it has 4 trading days instead of 5 trading days. Why don't we just go and look at what happened? The all-share index opened the market at 35,439.98 on Tuesday, I could say, and it closed on Friday at 36,320.93, which is 880.95 points. And because it was a new month, and it was a new week, and then a new quarter, so what we have here is that the week to date is 2.49%, the month to date is also 2.49%, and the quarter to date, because it's a new quarter, is 2.49%, bringing the year to date to 35.15%. You may wonder why it's like that, but why is it like that? Because people are taking position in lieu of the release of quarter 3, and UCAP released its result last night. We will get back as we go, but let's just first of all look at the gainers on the floor of the Nigeria Stock Exchange last week. Coming first is C&I Leasing. We gained 32 kobo to close at 1 naira 95 kobo, representing 19.63%. Coming at the heel of C&I Leasing is Caverton. We gained 19 kobo to close at 1 naira 23 kobo, which represents 18.27%. Next is Presco. Presco gained 9 naira to close at 68 naira, that is 15.25%. Lafarge Wacos gained 6.63 naira to close at 57.31, which represents 30.08%. NACO Aviance gained 31 kobo to close at 3 naira 41 kobo, which represents exactly 10%. On the flip chart, which is the loser chart, we see MROS leading with loss 4 naira 52 kobo to close at 27.46, which represents a negative of 40.13%. Court Insurance lost 18 kobo to close at 1 naira 32 kobo, which represents 12%. PZ Cousins lost 2.45%, 2.45 kobo, which to close at 23.55, which represents 9.42%. Unity Bank lost 5 kobo to close at 55 kobo, which represents 8.33%. While Kebira lost 66 kobo to close at 10 naira 33 kobo, which represents 6.01%. During the week, there were markdowns, like we just saw PZ. PZ Kuse was marked down for a dividend of 50 kobo on the 2nd of October. That was the qualification date, and the markdown price was 25.50, and we saw PZ closing at 25.55. While we saw PZ on the loser chart, we would have felt that it just lost on it. So no, it was because it was marked down for a dividend of 50 kobo. And Triple G was also marked down for a dividend of 3 kobo on the 6th of October 2017, while the marked price was 1 naira and 6 kobo. I believe that is what it would have closed with, because there is no much activity in Triple G. There was a supplementary listing of Standard Alliance of 917,857 that were added to Security Daily official lists because of the merger of their left arm to Standard Alliance. And we also saw during the week that the confirmation of the cancellation of 2 billion ordinary share of UBA, which is bringing their total outstanding to 34.19 billion. You may ask, what is the significance of that? Yes, what it means that the earning per share is going to go up by what the 2 billion used to carry away from their earnings. And also during the week, we understand that there were suspension in about 4 stocks were suspended from trading, maybe because of they did not fulfill their post-listing requirement. The first was Academy Press PLC has been suspended. Nigeria German Chemical PLC has also been suspended. Rose Nigeria PLC has also been suspended. Thomas White Nigeria PLC was suspended. But on Friday, they released their March 2017 audited result. Probably, maybe going forward next week, we may see that suspension being lifted off Thomas Wyatt's Nigeria PLC ordinary share trading on the floor of the Nigeria Stock Exchange. I talk about the release of UB-CAP Quarter 3 result to the market. Let's just quickly look at what they did. Their turnover from 6.238 billion, they grew up to 6.238 billion from 5.689 billion in the corresponding quarter. Then they rose to 3.987 billion from 3.96 billion from the corresponding quarter, and their profit after tax declined to 3.990 billion from 4.646 billion from the corresponding quarter. The earning per share was 55 kobo instead of 78 kobo. Then when you look at the decline, discover that they grew their turnover by 9.7%, but the profit before tax declined by 1.6%, while the profit after tax declined by 14.1%, and the earning per share declined by a negative of 29%. Their PE ratio is still very okay at 5.6 times. Earning seed 18% at a price of 3 naira 6 kobo. With this result, do we see the market traded down UB-CAP seriously on Monday? No. Do you see people selling down, leaving UB-CAP because it has declined from 78 kobo to 55 kobo? No. Why do I say that? If you look at the corresponding period, discover that why the earning per share was 78 kobo was a disposal of one of their associates of 1.5 billion. There was an element in their ecosystem that made this earning per share of UB-CAP to rise up to 78 kobo. But if you look at the growth as far as this year is concerned, in March they did 20 kobo earning per share, and in June they do 33 kobo earning per share, and in September they are doing 55 kobo earning per share. The growth from 20 to 33 kobo was 65%, and the growth from 33 to 55 kobo was 67%. If you prorate that, you should know that where UB-CAP is going to be. I'm not saying UB-CAP be traded down going forward from Monday. The word that they will sustain it at 3 naira. Then this is the week we are expecting a lot of stock that are listed on the floor of the Nigeria Stock Exchange to begin to release their result. If you ask me, what are we supposed to look forward? Going forward, stock to what? First Bank. I saw First Bank coming back from a price of 5 naira 40 kobo and crosses the mark of 6 naira on the floor of the Nigeria Stock Exchange on Friday. It says signal. First Bank has traded over 7 naira when it moved, and I believe that it is set to repeat that. And AfriProd, we saw AfriProd going from 10 kobo to 90 kobo earning per share in their March result, which was 90%. And they grew from 13 kobo to 43 kobo in their quarter 2 result, which was 230%. If you ask me, at the price that AfriProd is trading, I think that it is something that we should keep our eye on. Nigeria Breweries traded 156.08 on Thursday, and it closed 170 on Friday. It tells me that there is value in Nigeria Brewery. If you look at their growth from 132 kobo to 144 kobo in their quarter 3 result, which was, yes, partly 9%, but in their quarter 3 result, they grew from 109 to 154%, which was 41%, I believe. And we have seen Nigeria Brewery at 195 naira by September. So I have the belief that Nigeria Brewery can still do the same. NASCOM. We saw NASCOM EPS for March grew from 98 kobo to 120, which was 22.1%. And in their quarter 2 result, it grew from 96 kobo to 148 kobo, which was 54%. And at the price at which NASCOM is trading, I have the full belief that NASCOM will look forward. I think that by the time we begin to look at these stocks and we take position in, we will not have any reason to regret. I will come your way next time, hopefully, and I wish you a bullish week.